Hey, what's up, guys? It's Russo and Jordy with Backdoor Fantasy Sports, and we've got another Prize Picks video for you. We're going to be talking about the NBA slate on Monday, January 29th. Rivals Week is over. That was a lot of fun. We're kind of getting back into the groove of just our regular slates again. We do have 12 games on Monday, though. Some exciting matchups, some we'll probably be fading, but we do have 4 plays for you at first look. And if you are new to Prize Picks, make sure you use our promo code and they'll match your first deposit up to $100. They're going to just double what you put on. So if you do deposit the whole 100, you'll get 200 to play with. Just make sure you put that promo code in and they'll hook you up with that deal. And if you are new to our channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell because some of these plays just move on us and get removed, get bumped, get adjusted. So if you want to jump on the value quickly, just make sure your notifications are on as well. And if you guys don't mind doing us a favor and just liking the video, it's the best way to support the channel. We are really starting to knock on the door of 10,000 subscribers, and it's all thanks to you guys. We really appreciate you. And yeah, once again, the best way to support us is just liking the video because it gets us in front of a larger audience, and it's been helping us grow regularly. So we really appreciate it, guys. All right, so these are the plays we're going to be getting into. I'm going to be taking Devin Booker over 41.5 PRA. And Harrison Barnes over 19.5 PRA. What are you getting into, Jordy?
Yeah, I'm going to be taking James Harden for under 32.5 PRA and Colin Sexton for over 27.5 PRA.
All right. Well, cool. Before we get into these breakdowns and the recap from the last video, if you've never tried Chalkboard, give it a try. It's just another platform to diversify the platforms you're using. We've partnered up with Chalkboard. It's a lot of fun because you can adjust your lines to whatever you want on Chalkboard for just about every play. They have some plays that they set the lines so generously that they don't let anyone adjust them. But for the most part, I could take this Devin Booker PRA and just be like, I like him in this game, but I just don't know about 41.5. I'm going to bump it down to 39.5 or 37.5. And they'll let you take that play. They'll just adjust the multiplier accordingly. And then if I was like, Devin Booker is on a heater right now. I think he's going to go for another 40-point game. So I'm going to bump him up to 43.5, and then you'll get a higher multiplier, higher payout. So they give you all that freedom. It's like Sleeper in the sense that you have to hit every play on your slip to cash. But the freedom they give you to adjust all of your lines exactly the way you want is really a lot of fun. I've noticed now that we have demon plays in on Prize Picks for NBA, a lot of times after I'm doing my research for demon plays and I'll see some demons that I like, I'll head over to Chalkboard, and some of the payouts you get if you just duplicate what Prize Picks is putting out, it's a much higher payout, much higher multiplier on Chalkboard, so it's a lot of fun. You can get up to 100x slip on 4 or 5 plays sometimes. So if you want to check that out, just use code BACKDOOR and they'll match your first deposit up to $100. And I forgot to mention, they also have the minimum bets on Chalkboard are $1. So it's a fun platform. You want to mix it up. You want to have some other options just in case your Prize Picks is not loading. That's been happening a lot lately. So if you've got Underdog and you've got Chalkboard and these other options, you're not just out of luck if Prize Picks is, having trouble loading their app at the moment. But all right, guys. And there's a link in the description of the video if you want to check out Chalkboard. All right, so we're going to let Jordy get into his recap, and then we will jump into our plays.
Yeah, so I had taken Isaiah Stewart for over 9.5 points. This was a really good game, unfortunately, for one of the plays. I took him for over 9.5 points, and he got this done with relative ease. I mean, he got 11, so it wasn't like he crushed it by any means, but he did get it done in the third quarter, and then he just didn't score that much. And then we took Andrew Nembhard. I was telling you guys that when Halliburton's out, this dude is one of my favorite plays right now because his points are set so low for some reason. We took him at 11.5. He went for 16. He's staying in the double digit range with no Halliburton. So we took in that same game against Detroit, we took Jalen Williams for over 23.5 points and assists, and he hooked us by 23. He hooked us by 0.5. He went for 23, so he just needed one more point or assist. and that was because they got blown out by Detroit. I don't know how that happens when it's the number one team in the West, but they played a good game. They didn't have Cade Cunningham either, so that was interesting. And then like Alex Caruso, I don't even know what to say about this one because this frustrated me so much. I put an underdog slip in our Discord, and I put some money on it, and he just didn't. He just missed it. He had so many opportunities. He missed free throws. He missed so many easy shots that he hits all the time. Coming off of such a great game, and with there being so many injuries, I thought he was gonna for sure hit this, but we took him for over 10.5, and he went for 9. But yeah, that was a frustrating one. So we went 2 for 2.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
You hope for better, but obviously, when you have like some close calls like that, it's like, well, your narrative was in the right place.
Right.
But cool. So before we break these down, I just want to say thanks to you, Jordy, for knocking out the video solo last night.
No problem, man.
I needed to. I had a lot of stuff I had to get done, and just early church rehearsal and stuff like that, and so it was a huge help that you jumped in there and did it solo.
Yeah. I'm glad you're back, because now I don't have to restart the video 500 times remembering what you say.
Yeah, something about the solo episodes, like, yeah, if you don't get it right, you're just like, I'm just gonna redo the whole thing.
Yeah, and then
instead of like editing
my wife laughing at me in the other room because of how many times I'm saying the same thing. So then I just kept laughing. I was like, this is bad.
Yeah, man. And also, I want to let you guys know, if you're ever like go on our channel and you're looking and you're like, it's late, I thought the video would be out by now, and you're thinking about posting a comment and stuff, always go to the community section and just check, because if the video is super late, it's probably because we've already posted in the community section that we're either not doing a video that night, or we're having some sort of issue like the other night with the audio. So always check there if you're kind of like wondering, like, hey, how come their video's not out yet? Check the community section, and we probably have something posted in there keeping you updated on what's going on. But and I also want to just thank you guys too, because some of those nights when we had to not do the night video and stuff, there was just a lot of really supportive comments. You guys are awesome. They were just like, you guys work so hard, take the weekend off, or enjoy yourselves, relax and stuff. And so it's like, we appreciate you guys. We're gonna get back on track here this week. We just had so much going on with the channel that some things just needed to be sorted out over the weekend. But all right, so let's jump into these plays. So I'm gonna be going with Devin Booker here, 41.5 PRA. I'll tell you, like, I'm playing this, I'm staying in the flames with Booker. But if you're uncomfortable with it, just fade it. The things that I would say would make you slightly pump the brakes is, like, it's a road game. It's he's coming off a back-to-back, or he is, it's going to be a back-to-back. They're playing in Miami, but he's just been playing so well that I don't expect him this to just be completely shut off in one game. If we take a look at this over under 229.5 over under, with the Heat favored by 4, I'm guessing that has something to do partially as well with the Suns being on a back-to-back, not being the home favorite. And the Suns have been kind of like not closing these games as well. And we just got to get that dialed in, because Booker has been on an absolute heater. So I'm going to stay in the flames with him here, because I think he could do this in points alone. If we look at his last 3 games, he's gone over this 3 out of his last 5 at 41.5, but he's gone over it on points alone too. So if you want to take his points at 30.5, go for it. I just think he's going to be getting a lot of attention. So I want a little bit of a cushion with the rebounds and assists as well, in case he needs to get into the facilitating role a little bit. Plus, Bradley Beal and Kevin Durant are going to want to get right because they haven't been shooting that great lately. But yeah, if we look at Booker's last 3 games, we have 46 against Dallas, 62 against Indiana, 44 against Orlando. I like him to be able to go over 41.5 PRA against Miami, who specifically to point guards is 12th in points allowed, so middle of the road, 10th in rebounds allowed, and 27th in assists allowed. we know when Booker gets into the facilitating role, he can get it done. He's gone for like 14, 15 assists in some of these games. It's not out of left field when he goes for a double-digit assist game. So I think he can get there on points alone, but I just want this extra cushion of rebounds and assists because he's aggressive when it comes to trying to crash the boards for a point guard. So is Bradley Beal. Like, it's not out of the ordinary when you see either of these guys go for 6 or 7 rebounds. But Devin Booker is a good passer. He sees the game well. He's got a great basketball IQ. And I know that I'm biased, but I'm speaking the truth. This dude's a stud. And so this line is just set way too low. I'm going to be rolling with it. If we hop over to Daily Grind, they do have this favor to go under. 51.02% odds to hit the under. They have it at a minus 122. We have literally a minus 120 across the board for the most part for the under. So go with your gut. If you're uncomfortable, don't play it, but I'm staying in the flames with Booker. If you're interested in checking out the tools from Daily Grind, this is our official partner here, and they will give you 25% off of any of their tools if you just use code BACKDOOR. There's a link in the description of the video. This is an awesome tool, this DFS optimizer. So just wanted to tell you guys about it real quick while I've got it pulled up. But yeah, you can see your odds to hit. You can see your odds across all these other platforms and compare them. And it'll, you can see here, this says show line discrepancies. It'll identify if there's any discrepancies between Prize Picks or whatever app you're on, Underdog, Better, all that stuff. Whichever one you're on, it'll identify any discrepancies between the line you're looking at and what the other odds makers are providing. And so a lot of great tools in there. So definitely check that out. Use code BACKDOOR for 25% off. All right. So jumping into this next play, Harrison Barnes. This dude is he's torching right now. We got 19.5 PRA, and dude's playing the best ball of his life. Literally, he just had a career night against his old team, Golden State. So we got a 225.5 over under with the Kings favored by 8. And so we have like slight blowout potential here, but this line is low enough that I'm not concerned about him not getting this done personally. If we look at his last 3 games, kind of like Booker, he's just been on a heater. He's gone for 32 points and 4 rebounds against Atlanta. And then this game against Golden State, 39 points and 4 rebounds. And then his most recent game against Dallas, he went for 29 PRA. But he's got like a decent matchup here. It's a little bit difficult on the assist department, but we're just using the assists for a little bit of extra cushion anyways. This is another situation where he can easily get this done. Points allowed, he has, or points alone, he has done that in the last 3 games. If we look at the matchup, 19th in points allowed, 21st in rebounds allowed, and 10th in assists allowed to small forwards. So feeling good about this. As he's been playing great too, they've been bumping up his minutes. You can see he was kind of down here at 22, and then it's just been a steady growth ever since then. Just under 30, just under 40, just under 40 again. So averaging 33 minutes a game right now, only 1.2 fouls per game, shooting 40% from the 3-point shot. So feeling good about this play. It's just too low. Dude's balling right now. If we hop over here to Daily Grind again. Okay, yeah, so they have this PRA favored to the over. 41.73% odds to hit. They have it set at a minus 126, and it looks like mostly minus 125 or higher. We do have BetMGM at a minus 121. I'm sorry, that's Caesars at a minus 121. But yeah, it looks like most of the odds makers are favoring this one to go over as well. So feeling good about these 2 plays. And also, just want to let you know, this other app we use, Outlier, here, really great statistical analysis app. It's the best in the business. You can get any type of look at these plays that you want. Like, they've got everything covered. So if you want to try it, we've partnered up with them. They'll give you a 7-day free trial. There's a link in the description of the video. Just go through that link and they'll give you 7 days just to see how you like it. But get in there, mess around with this for 7 days, and you're going to be like, I'm not going to not have this as a tool because it's so good and it's affordable. It's a good price point. So yeah, those are the 2 I'm rolling with. You want to jump into yours, Jordy?
Yeah, man. So to get me started, I've got James Harden for under 32.5 PRA. he's gone under this in the last 6 out of 10 games. Obviously he had this big triple-double game against Toronto. He had a good game against the Lakers. But this is a really tough matchup for him. He's starting at the 1 for them right now. But when they do rotate in, they bring some people in and he starts to play the 2. It just kind of depends what their lineup looks like. But as of late, he's been playing the 1. And Terrence Mann's been playing the 2. And, etc. But so the matchup for him, if he's playing the 1, is pretty tough. 13th in points allowed, and 3rd in rebounds, and 1st in assists. So he's got a really hard matchup ahead of him here. And typically, when he's playing a tough team shooting-wise, he just starts to kind of facilitate and kind of put the coasters on a little bit. Like you can see over these last couple of games, Memphis, he only had 14 points and 8 assists. And Memphis, 11 points, 9 assists. Those are kind of similar matchups to this position. But no head-to-head, so can't show you that. But I just feel good about this going under. If you look at Daily Grind here, they've got his PRA at a 50.65% chance to go under and a -120. So take it if you will. But I played the under in the last game against Boston, and I've played it before. I've been burned by it before too. So this is James Harden. He could do this in points alone. 32.5 is kind of a low number, but he's just not been that productive scoring-wise. He's just been getting everyone else involved so much more on this team. And that's kind of his role right now. So, when he needs to score, he'll do it, but that's not his main concern. So I'm taking that for the under. And then my next play is this Colin Sexton PRA over. I feel good about this one too. It's a pretty tough matchup for him when it comes to assists, but it's a great matchup for him when it comes to points and rebounds. 25th allowed in points, giving up 25.7 a game. Rebounding, 16th, giving up 5.9. Assists is the tough one, but they're still giving up 7.8. So I feel good about Colin Sexton to go over this. He's been getting a ton of minutes off the bench, and he plays great. I mean, he's gone over this in 7 out of 10 games. If you look at the head-to-head on this one, he's missed it once. That was last year, and he's hit it once. And this game was in December against Brooklyn, the last time they played, and he went for 27 points, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. So I feel good about this one. It's a pretty good matchup for him, and he's been playing great ball. In the last game against Charlotte, he had 24 points, 13 assists, and 4 rebounds. So he's really been heating up, and they love him. Like when he comes in, like his minutes, they look a little sketchy, but 24 minutes, the dude put up 30 points. Like he could do this in points alone. So, and when he is on a heater like that, they're either A, blowing a team out of the water and he's not getting his full minutes, or B, that he's just not having a great night. But they've been using it more and more, so I feel good about him to go over this as well. On Daily Grind, it's a 52.33% chance to go over and a -129. So not crazy odds. Kind of a tough board tonight at first look, but tomorrow should be a lot better. But these are the 2 I'd like for tonight, so that's what I got.
All right, guys, those are the 4 we're rolling with for first look. Take what you like. If you're uncomfortable with any of these plays, just fade them. It's no big deal. These are just what we're getting into and why we like them. But we will have more for you tomorrow in the daily show. If you're interested in checking out our Discord, really solid community over there. And there's all sorts of, really the best part about it is just the resource as the community, like all of us working together as soon as we find good plays, sharing it with each other. So if you use Discord, you want to check ours out. It works out to be like 50 cents a day. And there's a link in the description of the video. Just make sure you go to server subscriptions when you click the link and subscribe, and it'll unlock all of the channels in there for you. But that's going to do it for you guys. We hope you have a great week. Looking forward to getting back after it with the NBA this week. And we will catch you tomorrow in the next video.
Good luck, guys.